Katt Williams, who's getting exposed next? Hashtag Katt has the answers. Well,
there is a third arrest that is coming. There's 2 that's already down. There's a raid that's about to go on. And on top of that, it's somebody that has something to do with an affidavit that I have already released. I am telling you, we know that it's coming. I knew it was coming when I made sure there were sworn and legal affidavits already ready 6 to 8 months ago. I'm telling you right now that they're about to grab them and they're about to announce it. When they announce it, we got a problem. There's ways that this is about to go. I think a lot of you guys are everybody's like, we're ready. We're ready until it's happening. And then everybody's like, well, I wasn't ready.
My name is Allison Carter. Child Protective Services was involved in my trafficking. I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested. They're ducking and hiding because everybody knows that there was children there.
People built these tunnels. There's a lot of elite celebrities. They go down there for parties underneath the Getty.
Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres. Do you want me to keep going?
I don't want anybody's money.
Denzel always told me we'd be at the parties. He said, you leave 30 minutes for the devil get there.
I'm telling you right now that something is really wrong. Really wrong.
When Ali Carter's name first surfaced online, no one was prepared for the earth-shattering, spine-chilling secrets she was about to reveal. But once she started speaking, there was no stopping the storm that followed. From terrifying pig nights to hidden underground tunnels, from being a child victim to surviving elite parties filled with A-listers engaging in the unthinkable. Ali has seen it all. Now, comedian Katt Williams is stepping in, ready to back her claims and unveil even more shocking revelations. But before we dive into what Katt knows, let's break it down. Who exactly is Ali Carter, and why is her name dominating every social media platform?
The Ali Carter, this young lady who is making all of these allegations, accusations about Diddy, the Diddy parties, and several other people, including Denzel Washington, I think Ellen, and I think she mentions Oprah, and she just goes in, and it is a heart-wrenching thing to watch. Someone sent me a clip. I had no idea, never even heard of this woman, and I wound up getting this clip, and I listened to the whole thing. It's probably like 23 minutes of her sitting in a car. I believe her mother's next to her. And this young lady is in tears and expressing that she was, a victim of child trafficking. She was in foster care and was part of the whole Diddy trafficking, that whole thing. Underground, literally underground. She mentioned there's tunnels, and I'm almost like, the way she spoke in this and the things that she said that's going on, and her fear of the authorities who are supposed to be reaching out and looking out for them now that Diddy's already been exposed and Diddy's been locked up. It's like there's fear because there's like hotlines that the victims are supposed to call, but I think she makes reference to the fact that those hotlines are really just gathering information and they're gonna get rid of these people. Like, it's really spooky.
One time he locked me in containers with his shipment of kids. There were kids in there that didn't speak English. There were kids that were sick and that were already dying. There were babies. There were babies that were 6 years old, and I'll never forget them just crying, and everybody was just staring at them. Everybody was just staring at each other. Nobody knew whether or not to move. I was freaked out. And I got up and I held her. And they opened the truck and they took her from me. Because they said she was already sick. And they killed her. Her name was Bailey. There are kids in there from Africa, from Mexico. We got to this spot right over the border. They went past these colorful houses. They turned down these dirt roads. and there was a bunch of trucks. And they divvied everybody out like retail. One person, she wouldn't stop crying, so they said that they would just send her off to somebody who was already sick, that had AIDS, that was gonna die soon, because she wouldn't shut up. My pimp smiled at me that whole time because I had straightened up my attitude. I begged for him to take me back. I begged for him to keep me. And I promised that I wouldn't tell the social workers again. I promised that I wouldn't say anything if he just took me with him. If I could go home. And he did. Me still being stupid, I tried to tell my social workers. I tried to tell them my boyfriend is 27 years old. He takes me to elite parties. He takes me to these things that I don't want to go to. And can you please help me? And they just documented him as a boyfriend. My social worker told me that maybe I needed to just talk to him. Maybe if I just did something right, or if not, just break up with him, that it would be okay. Eventually, after going to elite in Simi Valley, California, escort services, we got married. He proposed to me on a boat one night. And I was so angry because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to deal with that. I was 15 years old, and I knew my adopted mom now. I knew her, and I was telling her I have a husband. And I didn't know what that meant. I just knew that he's not gonna kill me. So I'm married. And I was like,
Ally Carter wasn't just another internet figure stirring up drama. Far from it. She was exposing some of the darkest secrets Hollywood has desperately tried to keep buried. She first made waves by revealing the existence of underground tunnels at the Playboy Mansion. Yes, tunnels that allegedly led to places no one was ever meant to know about. According to Ally, these tunnels weren't just a rumor. They were used to transport victims, host satanic rituals, and conceal disturbing activities from the public eye.
And watching an episode called Pig Night, when I went, they tried to feed us, and I remember it because when you have to do borders jobs like that, you don't eat. You're not allowed to eat. You actually have to starve yourself, because this is about to get a little bit dark. So if you got a faint stomach, or if you just can't be doing it right now, just go. Don't even try to. It's a lot. It's about to get a lot. So just here's your time. Exit. When you have to do those type of you can't eat because you will throw up. If you are doing if you are a guy doing you will everywhere. When this happens, your parents will get mad at you. Really mad at you. And if that is a fetish for someone, they use that to their advantage. So if you throw up on someone, you will have to eat it. If you on someone, you will have to lay in it. Have in it, stay in it.
So when they tried to feed us, I already knew not to eat, because that's just, I'm always told, like, at the end of a job, I was really happy if my pet would give me grapes, because that was like a big thing of mine. I loved grapes when I was a teenager. I don't really love grapes that much now. They're still alright, but texture issues. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, so I knew, okay, I don't eat, like, I don't know what this is for. And I was told don't eat the food. Okay, fine. I thought it was because it was a different source of drugs. There's candy dishes in elite parties. There's always a candy dish. And the candy dishes that I went to was always cocaine or ecstasy or weed or random things, angel dust, all kinds of things. They showed us a room. They kind of made us feel like we were taking a tour of the mansion. Then they showed us the animals. Then they took us to a rec room, like a playroom. You know, Playboy has